The new U.S. Space Force logo is gaining traction for its similarity to Star Trek's Starfleet Command logo, with many mocking the logo on social media. The Pentagon's new U.S. Space Force is not Star Trek's Starfleet Command, but their logos bear a striking similarity. President Donald Trump unveiled the Space Force logo on Friday, writing on Twitter that he had consulted with military leaders and designers before presenting the blue and white symbol. It features an arrowhead shape centered on a planetary background and encircled by the words United States Space Force and Department of the Air Force. After consultation with our great military leaders, designers, and others, I am pleased to present the new logo for the United States Space Force, the sixth branch of our magnificent military. pic.twitter.com/tch8pt4. Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump, January 24, 2020. The logo, which bears the date 2019 in Roman numerals, is also similar in design to that of Air Force Space Command, from which Space Force was created by legislation Mr. Trump signed in last month. Space Force is the first new military service since the Air Force was created in 1947. It is meant mainly to improve protection of U.S. satellites and other space assets, rather than to put soldiers into orbit to conduct combat in outer space. The idea became a regular applause line for Mr. Trump at his political rallies. He originally wanted a space force that was separate but equal to the Army, Navy, and Air Force, but instead Congress made it part of the Department of the Air Force. There is nothing sacred anymore. pic.twitter.com/ub4roisb. George Takei, at George Takei, January 24, 2020. After consultation with our great military leaders, designers, and others, I am pleased to present the new logo for the United States Space Force, the sixth branch of our magnificent military. Mr. Trump wrote, "Lol, did you just rip off Star Trek?" George Takei, who played Mr. Sulu in the original Star Trek TV series and films, tweeted in response, "Ahem. We are expecting some royalties from this. The main duty of Space Force is to improve the protection of U.S. satellites and other space assets, rather than to put officers in orbit. Space Force, hey, can I copy your homework? Star Trek, yay, just change it up a bit so it doesn't look the same. Space Force, okay. pic.twitter.com/for more on this story, visit the news article link.